What's up, my fellow Trashinators? Welcome back to another episode of Good on Good Figures. Sorry, I've kind of had an easy day today, so I'm a bit out of it a little bit. So, as you can tell by the title, and if you watched my last video, which I hope you did, it's doing okay. It's doing good. You should know we are taking a look at the Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen, something boxes over there, Optimus Prime. This guy is a re-release. I really do have trouble with those R's. Of the Studio Series figure, but this time it's more in line with the Buzzworthy Bumblebee packaging. Actually, I'm gonna go get it. Let me just lower the volume. I forgot to do that. Give me a second, alright? It's over here somewhere. Don't worry, I'm not taking too long. It's right here. Got it. No, it is Buzzworthy Bumblebee. Why did I think it was Studio Series? Well, I mean, it is a Studio Series figure, but it's in the Buzzworthy Bumblebee toy line. Here it is. You got the ring light in there. Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, Studio Series 2. Here it all is. So it's a Studio Series figure that was in the Buzzworthy Bumblebee toy line. I think it does say Revenge of the Fallen, or at least I think it did. No, why did I think it was Revenge of the Fallen? I don't know why, but for some reason with this Transformer, I have no idea. I'm a bit aloof with it. That's what I usually do with the boxes. I throw them in a corner, and then I put them away later. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically it. So like, what was it, like a month ago, 2 months ago at the most, this guy was announced to be re-released in the Buzzworthy Bumblebee toy line, and I had to get it. I don't, besides that one Optimus that I shall not name, what was I gonna say? I don't have a movie Optimus. I want one. I wanted one. And so when this guy got announced, I was like, all right. It was either that or it's not even a choice at the point I was looking for one, because there was a 5-pack with the original like 5 like main Autobots. So I was thinking, oh, I might get that. I don't really care about the others, but I might get it. But nope, it's all sold out. So it's not even a choice at that point. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll get this guy. And luckily, what was it, a month ago? I got him at Target. Yeah. And I have spoken of the horror stories I've had with this guy. Because I think, now that I'm actually thinking about it, actually, let me just tell you why I've had problems with it. It's fiddly. The wrist joints are loose, the right one more than the left. No, it's the left one more than the right. Sorry, I got backwards. This is the first time in a while I've mixed up right and left. The right one's more solid than the left one. The tabs don't really like to tab in. Same goes for the trailer and the weapon wheel, or whatever you want to call it. I'm just gonna say the trailer. It's all a bit weird. Especially since, actually, like I was saying, now that I'm thinking of it, I'm thinking because it's in a cheaper toy line, they couldn't get the exact same plastics for it. So now that I realize that's why it's fiddly. It's not in the same toy line that it was. It's in a cheaper line. Actually, I do think they might have removed a few accessories, but I'm not sure. I haven't actually looked at the original version of this guy in a long while, because I think he was released like a few years ago. Definitely before the pandemic, I think. So, yeah. Alright, so since we're already in the truck mode, let's just get a good look in there. He looks good. Some of the tabs don't want to stick in. The only things that are fiddly on this guy in this form are the front wheels. They really like just popping off because the tabs are so small and the ports aren't really like perfectly aligned with the tab in like their natural state. So you have to like kind of like angle it in there. So yeah. Originally I had this guy in his alt mode. No, this is his alt mode. In his robot mode, before I started filming. But I decided, I'm just going to transform it now. I don't want to put him in his car mode. That's the one part I hated. But actually, transforming, someone's spam liking me on Twitter. Okay. But actually transforming it before this video, and I've actually watched a video of this figure getting transformed, and it's a lot easier now that it's easier. It's not a lot easier, it's just easier. Now that I've seen people transform it correctly, like 1-to-1. Turns out the main problem, I wasn't tabbing in everything that should be tabbed, specifically the arms. The arm panels into truck mode need to be tapped in so all of this can fit together. Because this is all the arm. That's the arms. And some of the chest and obviously the legs because of the wheels. So yeah. There we go. Truck mode, pretty good. Now let's look at the trailer. Even though it's all in its... thanks for the follow, Missing Mail for I'll worry about that later. I probably shouldn't have read that out, just in case they were a bad person. But later I'll check it out. Alright, so let's just, even though it's already in its, like, the mode it should be for the robot mode, let's just take a look at it. Because I absolutely do not want to transform this anymore. Unless I, like, I really, really want to try it out. Right now, no. So here it is in its weapon wheel mode. Also the backpack for the flight mode and the weapons that go with the mode. So we'll actually see these parts later. I'm gonna show you guys this in its entirety now, and then I'll put it away and we won't have to look for it for a while. So here we go. This also can be fairly because the bottom tabs that hold the bar here in place can come undone. They're actually already undone. So speaking of undone, the platform came undone because of the doors. It also doesn't help that I actually broke this panel because I was trying to transform it, and for some reason there's clearance issues. The person I watched transform it did it without issue. I don't know how. I don't know. Like, do you have to like fold this all the way back and... No, I'm having clearance issues anyway. So yeah, I broke one of the pegs off on this side, so it's not actually in there anymore. So I can take it off whenever I need to. It's not like it was a pin in it, so that actually might have been better, but again, cheaper toy line, so. Actually, that might have been what they did, but I'm not sure. Again, I haven't actually seen the original in a while, so. So yeah, that's it for the weapon wheel. You got all the weapons in there. You got his hand sword, you got his axe, his main gun, his plasma rifle, or whatever they call it in the movies. And you got a shield, a very tiny, dinky shield. So, there you go. It doesn't stand well in my bed, so. Anyway, so let's actually compare him with it's not the same Megatron. I actually could get this is before I understood that this is from Dark of the Moon, which by the way, it's still the best live action Transformers movie. Tell anyone, alright? They should know, but they probably don't. Alright, here we go. Let's compare him with a Megatron. I've had this guy for a long time. You might notice because I think I reviewed this guy, but I don't know. I removed his leg panels because they didn't have a pin, which they should have really had a pin, but whatever. Because of that, they're very loose. Like every time I moved the legs, they would fall off. So here we go. Here's the Megatron. Obviously, almost as tall as him, just like that, you know. Anyway, so yeah, let's get to the transformation, which is probably going to take 10 minutes. I mean, I just did it, and I think I did it in like 6, but hey, let's get to it. Again, I'm not showing you because no one cares. I mean, if you're looking for a tutorial, there's better people to look for than me. This is just a review. I'm not showing you how to do everything step by step. Okay. Smooth jazz. Hip. Pop. Pop, lock, and squat, baby. I probably shouldn't do that yet. So, how's your guys' weeks going? Mine was okay. Should probably do this next. So Valentine's Day was Tuesday. I got myself a treat. Which again, like I've mentioned this before, but I've added a limit to how many action figures I can get in a week. This week was the first one I broke that limit on because I didn't realize that Monday I got myself a Pokemon action figure of Lucario. He's over there. I might do a review of him. I don't know. I actually have his stand here. It came with a stand, which I did not realize what was going to happen. Here's his stand. But I didn't realize the next day was literally Valentine's Day, and either way I was gonna get myself a gift. But this is the first time I broke that rule, where I got 2 action figures in a week when I should get one. Let me just show you him here. It's the Diaclone retool / repaint of Skids. I'll do a review on him soon. Because there's a story behind him. What story? What action figure I haven't covered? What action figure I have covered doesn't have a story? I'll tell you what, almost none. It's the Central Jazz song again. I don't want this in here. Stop. Sorry. I don't think those songs really fit my style of video quite. These specific ones, because why would these be sensual? Here we go. So yeah, I'll be covering that whatever of Skids sometime soon, sometimes next month. There's one more video I do in February, because again, it's a shorter month. Wow, that's loud. So I'm not sure what I'm doing next Friday, but I'm going to be covering something. Probably a movie. I did say Happy Black History Month. Again, Happy Black History Month. But I might actually do a video showing off like a black series or a black movie or black created series or movie, but I'm not sure what. Maybe something from Jordan Peele. I might actually look something up specifically, so I'm not sure I'm even qualified to talk about movies like that. or movies created by black people, but I want to like say I support all of you. So yeah. This peg's tricky when it comes to the shoulder. Yeah, there we go. It's not even like a peg. It's just a piece of plastic that goes into the hole of the shoulder. Actually, I'll show you how this is. You got the peg right there, and you got the hole in the shoulder right there. And it's not exactly lining up, so you have to like stretch it a bit. Not enough to where you'll break it in like a week, but enough to where you're like, oh, I'm stretching it. So how do this again? Oh yeah, they just go there, sorry. And that's how you peg them in. Peg this in. Do that. Do that. There we go. Almost done. Just gotta finish the arms and then we can talk about the figure. Release peg. There we go. And there we go. That sounds familiar. Sounds a lot like Christmas music. And if you guys know, I have a history of Christmas music on this channel, so hopefully that history does not continue. That sounds really familiar. So, actually, that wasn't so bad, alright? Of course, time has passed on, so obviously my opinion has changed on this Optimus. So, yeah. I like it a bit more now. There's some obvious parts like the literal leg. They're basically just tire legs on his legs. So they're extra legs. Those are fiddly. A lot of the tabs are fiddly. And the hands, they are fiddly. So you got... That's right, the left one is not loose. Sorry again. The left one isn't as loose, but it can still come off. No, actually, the left one's normal. Apparently, someone in the factory or wherever, the robot or whatever, did not put in the fist fully in. So now it's just a normal fist now. Yeah, it's in there for good. They didn't peg it in all the way. But the right hand, I cannot say the same for, because yeah. Ah! That was genuine fear. I almost dropped it. Actually, it looks like the actual, the peg, the joint, whatever it's called, might actually be a bit warped. Ah! I actually dropped it. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Yeah, no, the right hand is gone. The left hand is normal, so I was wrong about that. They just didn't put it in correctly. They didn't put it all the way in the slot. The right hand, though, which sucks because Optimus is, I think he's ambidextrous, but we mostly see him using his right hand to, do things. So it sucks, the right hand. Shout out to all my right hands out there, right hand. So yeah. That sucks, Whatever, here. There we go. Looks good. These are just getting loose. The joints are getting loose now, so that kind of sucks, but at least the right one. What's with this guy on the right side of things being loose? Isn't that a bit of an analogy, isn't it? The right side's being loose. So, yeah. Anyway, so let's get into like articulation, I guess. Then we'll do comparison, and then we'll do the features. So the head is on a ball joint and a hinge. So you got this, and then his head can go all the, like really far up because he flies. But it doesn't go. I guess it can go all the way up due to the transformation joint, but it's not supposed to do that. But yeah, this guy's supposed to be flying, so they made his head go up that far. The shoulder pad can go all the way out due to the transformation as well, but clearance issues. You got a swivel here, a hinge, again clearance. Hinge that goes all the way out. Bi-swept swivel. Just a little bit farther, yeah, definitely farther than 90 degrees. Again, swivel, and if you need be, there's a transformation joint at the wrist, so you can have him pointing downwards for like, fight me, with like a sword. All right. Waist swivel. It has clearance issues due to, you know, the junk in his trunk. But whatever. He has a waist swivel, and you can just move these down, so fully unlimited waist swivel, which is also there for the transformation. So that's smart engineering. And then you got kick all the way, which is crazy good. I don't know why, but I always like that this Optimus is mostly legs. Like, it makes sense. The abdomen and everything on top is for the actual truck. Or like most of the, like, the important stuff for the truck, which is very little. But the legs make up like the body, like the armor plating and whatever, the wheels and the tires. But whatever, it makes sense to me. This is very aesthetic to me. Of course, I grew up on only the Bayverse movies. I did have a lot of like really old Transformers. Not at that time. They weren't that old. Especially the Beast Wars figures. I have memories of having a lot of Beast Wars figures. I have memories of like having this huge Transformers collection. I don't know where they went. Maybe broke or sold, but I miss them. And I just remember getting a lot of them from like my aunt and my uncle. It's weird because the uncle is the one I'm related to, but whatever. So yeah, there we go. Thigh swivel. Actually, obviously can't go too far back due to clearance, so don't try. Thigh swivel, really good. Bend at the knee, well over 90 degrees. And then you... Okay, I don't get this. Why? 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 Just a bit of a fake thumbnail right there. Why? I don't get it. Why even have this one be articulated? I don't get it. It blows my mind. Like, no, it's not even the part of the transformation. There's no need for this to be connected to the knee joint. I don't know why. This is so bizarre. Is it because does it have to do with something with like previous versions of this where they had to make it so this goes and something goes on here like with Jetfire? I'm not sure. But whatever. The ankles are pretty good because of the transformation. You can go that far. Really far back because of the transformation. And okay, pivot. It weirdly goes this way more than that way, so yeah, pretty good. Again, this version, I think in general is fiddly, so be wary. But it's good. Underlying, it's very good, and I'm glad to have it. Even though it did make me so mad, I broke the panel on the trailer. Excuse me, but. Alright, we're going to have like two comparisons because of the jet mode or whatever. So here he is with Megatron, as all Optimuses and Megatron should be, Megatron should always be taller. Because in the very first description of Megatron, while they were making the series in the comics, back in what, the 80s, they stated that Megatron is an indestructible killing machine where his only flaw is his own mind. So Megatron being a big old hunk compared to Optimus, which Optimus is already gigantic, by the way, like compared to like normal Autobots. So Megatron being even bigger, even if slightly, is good. That's what should happen. So, yeah. Okay, let's do the jet mode. But you actually have to transform the back kibble. You're going to have to rotate this. I'll actually show you this because I feel like it's not shown in the instructions. You just have to know. So you have to go do this, and they're going to have to fold this down all the way. Actually, no, I forgot. You got to fold these around as flat as possible. Boom, there you go. And got the backpack here. I actually fold it down so it looks like I'm doing something. Fold out the wings. Fold this up. And you'll see that these parts, they have an opening. They're supposed to fold in on the panel here. So you have to fold it in like at an angle. No, you have to fold it at an angle first. Then you can tab everything in, so. Tab in. Slide those in. There we go. There we go. And then they just tab in like natural. Like they're supposed to. And because I didn't know this until like 2 days ago, that's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to slide it in. I was wondering, what are those for? What are those little bits of plastic for? Are they just extra? No, you're supposed to slide them into the panel so they stay in. That's what those are for. The tabs definitely help, but here we go. Here's the back, front. Let's put the guns in the hand. In Minecraft, remember? Oh, there's something I can talk about because yesterday, which was also a good day for me, the CEO of YouTube stepped down, Susan Wojcicki. And if you've been on YouTube for the past, 8 years, you would know, or at least the past 5, you would know she was not doing the best of jobs. But she threw herself out. The evil threw herself out, but now there is a greater evil. A crypto bro. Dun dun dun. I could have gone farther with that, but yeah, so apparently the guy in charge of YouTube, right as I'm uploading this, likes crypto. So just so you know, even though you're not going to watch this, I'm telling the people who are watching this right now, my subscribers, anyone else, if he ever decides to implement NFT stuff into this website, I will not be uploading anymore. I'm going to take this very seriously. Now, you might notice that on other websites, I have not done the same thing. But YouTube has a very strong place in my soul. This is actually very harmful to what I stand for. While with other websites, you can just block everything and whatever. I feel like with YouTube, it's going to be like mandatory. I feel like that's the way he's going to go. So just letting you know, if he ever makes NFTs or crypto stuff mandatory on YouTube or any other sort of way, I will not be uploading anymore in a sort of strike. And I hope others will do the same. Thank you. Now let's get back to the silly little action figures I got here. So let's just put these back on. There we go. And there we go. We have him like he was at the end of Dark of the Moon. Still the best live action Transformers movie. Here we go. Just very big, very, very large. A large amount of plastic. Just big old hunk of plastic right here. Unlike a certain someone. I hope he doesn't fall, if you know what I mean. But whatever. Here he is in all of his greatness. Actually, I could just hold him like this. There we go. Anyway, let's just compare them and get this over with. Here he is with... Straighten him out. There we go. And, of course, when Optimus gets an upgrade, that's the only time he's allowed to be any much bigger than him. So, there we go. So, that is it for Buzzworthy Bumblebee Jet Optimus from the Dark of the Moon Optimus. And I like him a lot. Of course, due to the line itself, there's some issues with this specific version, but don't let it, like, rain on your parade, bro. So, just, if you want him, get him. He's available almost, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's a Target exclusive, so I could be wrong. But if not, you can get him anywhere. So, just get him. He was like, what, 40 bucks? Compared to the Fallen one. I can't even do, like, jokes like that. His name is literally just the Fallen, so... Yeah, I got him last Friday. He's 53 bucks. Video coming soon. I actually might do the Skids repaint first, because I want more time with him. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. I like him. He's good. So yeah. So that's about it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Bye!